All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you, Sam Lee, for your time. And congratulations for your PMP exam. It looks like we are wearing same colors.
Oh, yes. Good
Wonderful.
color for 2024.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
wonderful. Congratulations for your PMP certification. So
Thank you.
today we will be talking about your learnings, like what are the methods or resources you
Yep.
used, your exam preparation strategy. So we'll
Hmm.
start with brief introduction. Could you please introduce yourself?
Sure.
What's your qualification? Where have
Yep.
you been working, and why
Yep.
you pursued PMP?
Okay. So obviously, I'm based in Melbourne. So originally born in China, so came to Australia in year 2000. So I did my high school here, graduated from the University of Melbourne with a bachelor degree of mechanical engineering and manufacturing. And then I started my career after 2006 when I graduated from uni. In 2020, I got my master degree of Master of Engineering Sustainable Energy. So during my study master, so I actually enhanced my area of interest. So decided to move into a renewable area. So I'm currently working as a project manager in one of the renewable company. So primarily doing green hydrogen systems at the moment. So obviously I joined your training in mid of September, that 2 weekend trainings.
Yeah.
So took my PMP exams on 28th of December. So took me good 3 months to get it prepared and pass the exam on that day.
Wonderful.
So I really appreciate with your help and support. And I didn't do any extra study. Everything I did is just follow your guide and advice and go through the strategy that you provided. So thank you very much for your help.
Wonderful. Thank you. You're welcome. So, what was your strategy? What did you do actually
So
for the exam?
yeah, so my strategy just so I today I got four advice to all the people here. So want to take the PMP exam. So the first advice is get yourself prepared before the exam. So for me, I'm just following your guide. So what I did after the training sections with you for the mid of September sections. So I spent about 3 to 4 weeks read Rita's book thoroughly. So make
Okay.
sure I understand the concept, do all the practice exams at the back of the chapter.
Okay.
Then after that, I start doing all your practice exam question that you send to us.
Okay.
First, start with all the ones with different chapters. So
Mm-hmm.
that's roughly about 60 to 90 questions per chapter.
Okay.
So gone through that. I only scored 52% in the first exam, right? So I'm not a smart person. If I can pass the exam, just follow your guide and advice, doing the right thing for doing the practice exam question, I'm sure everyone can pass the exam. So after the practice exam, I will start doing the mock-up exam question, which is 180 questions. So it's important you make sure you time your time. So I spend about 5 hours for my first practice exam question. Obviously, it's too much time I've been taking.
No, 5 hours
Then
for chapter-wise questions or full test?
now 5 hours for the first mock-up exam question, 180 questions
Okay,
for 5 hours.
180. Okay.
Yeah. So take me lots of time and obviously I know that I spend more than the allowed time, 230 minutes. So I'm just, keep telling myself, keep practice, make sure I get my time right. So think about that, 230 minutes, you roughly have to spend at most 2 minutes per question. So in between 1 to 2 minutes. So you have to get your pace right. Then I finish all the second, third, and fourth 180 questions.
Mm-hmm.
So got a score 67%, 67%, 68%, and the last one 75%, which given me the confidence that I'm ready for the exam. So so obviously when you try to book your exam, try to do your application early. For me, take about at least 10 days. So first 2 days, I write up my application, explain my experience, get my application approved. So what I did, I go through the PMI directly, right?
Okay.
So I submit my application, get approved. So 3 days later, get approved from PMI, and then they gave me a page, ask me for the payment.
All
then
right.
I make my effort just spoken exam. So it's not always available the time, because when I did my bookings towards the end of December, there's only one time slot in December, which is 28th. So I made a booking about 15th of December.
Okay.
I got a slot on the 28th. Obviously, it depends on the center. So I took my exam location into the Box Hill area, the eastern side of Melbourne. So pretty the time there is limited. So yeah, so here comes my second advice. So before you go into the exam, the day before you go into the exam, make sure you relax. So I spent the whole afternoon, have a coffee, chat with my friend, and just get yourself relaxed, settle it down, and make sure you have a very good night's sleep. So I went to bed half an hour early than normal scheduled time, because my exams booked on at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
It requires you to get there by 7:30. So I set up my alarm, lie down in the bed. Probably as many people experience, you kind of feel very nervous. You know that this big exam's coming up next day, so it's very hard to fall to sleep. So I just lie to the bed, try to clear up my mind. Don't think anything about the exam. Don't think anything about the study material. Just try to lie there, get a good rest.
Wonderful, wonderful, amazing.
Yeah, and then on the next day morning, the exam day, so get up early, take your normal routine of your breakfast. I get my normal coffee with me as well, driving to the exam center. Getting to the exam center, so there will be an exam coordinator standing outside of the main door. So make sure your phones all get switched off. So once you get into the exam center, you will be given a kind of a rule and a guide for a few pages to read. Once you read it, you have to sign in front of them and show them ID to identify yourself, and then they took a picture of you as well. So there's nothing you can bring into the exam room apart from your photo ID. So no phones, no watch even, no wallet, no water bottle, nothing at all. So everything has been locked into locker. You get in there just with your photo ID. So outside of the room, there will be a exam coordinator there. So they will be giving you a notepad, a texter, and she will ask you if you need a calculator or earplugs. So my advice is just get them, get calculator, get the earplugs, because I didn't even use it, but you never know. If you want to use it, once you are focused on your exam, you don't want to get disturbed and wait for those things to be delivered to you. So now come to my third advice. So when you actually sitting in the exam room, in my exam room, there's only 7 to 8 people in the room. So everyone sitting in their own cubicle partitions there with computer and mouse. So you start with a 15 minutes explanation on the computer, tell you what to do with the exam, what are the tools there you can use, how to click, how to go next question, how to review. I find it pretty useful. There are a few function keys. So first one is the highlight. So you can highlight any keyword while you're doing the exam, highlight into different color. Second one is the strike through. So if any of the answers you don't think correct, you can strike them through. So it's just help you to easily narrow down to your correct answer. The third one will be most important one is mark for review. That's the very key functions we should be using. So once you start your exam, make sure you're 100% focused. So you don't want any disturbance. You don't want to think about anyone sitting beside yourself, because most people, they are doing different exams. For me, so in that exam room, I'm the only one doing a PMP. The other people, they all doing different exams. So there will be people coming into the room, leaving the room quite often. So you just keep yourself focused. So the exam will be start with 3 different sections. So every 60 questions, you're gonna have a 10 minutes optional break. My advice is take that break. Make sure you take that break. You will have a timer on the top right corner of your screen. So a countdown from 230 minutes. Once you go with your exam, you just start the countdown. I'm normally every 20 questions, I will go have a look at the timer to make sure I'm in that follow up with time. So my strategy is to finish the 60 question within 70 minutes. So which means 70 minutes. So which means you got 210 minutes for the whole question and 20 minutes for review.
All right.
Yeah. So they make sure when you do the question, most questions are scenario-based questions. So make sure you understand the scenario. Highlight the keywords. That's what I did. For instance, if they're talking about you are in an initial project initiation stage, you highlight the initiation. You know the answers down there. If anything talking about project management plan or WBS, that won't be happening. It's just in the project initiation stage. What kind of document or requirements in there? Highlight a keyword first, or all, or every. Because for instance, the question asks you something about what should you do first. So go through your answers. Pick up your answer. Make sure you understand the other answer could not happen before the answer you picked, because they asked for what's happening first, right? So do that. And most importantly, don't spend too much time on particular question. I'm sure they will be hard questions. You're not going to be confident with. Answer the question. Don't leave it blank. Answer the question with your first things. Mark it for review. I'll go next. Then you don't spend 5 minutes just for one question, which you might just build up your nerves when you every time when you check your time, you will say, oh, I'm behind the time. So that's really bad. So yeah, make sure you do that. And also important to take a break. So I don't know if everyone are the same. So when I'm focused on something, after about 30 minutes, I kind of get a bit of fatigue. You kind of start to slow down a little bit. So you have to force yourself focus on that. So once you finish the first 60 minutes, take a break straight away. Because once you click take a break, your screen will be stopped, your countdown will be stopped. So you're gonna take the opportunity to stand up, walk outside the exam center, have a cup of water, go to use the bathroom, just get yourself chilled out. Once you finish your break, come back straight away. You don't want to lose any focus. Come back straight away. Click finish your break, and then continue with the next 60 questions. So that's what I did for all during the exams. So when I finish the exams, so when you finish everything review, you click the screen. They will tell you finish your exam, and I thought I will get the results straight away from the screen, but actually not. Your result will be printed out from the front of the reception. So the coordinator tell me you finish your exam, you are free to walk out the door. Your result will be printed out and be given to front of reception. So that's where I get my results. So a piece of paper saying, congratulations, you based on the preliminary calculation or preliminary exam result, you passed your exams. And they will send you a formal certificate within 48 hours. So I got it the next day. So about 24 hours, I got my formal certificate. So here comes the last advice. So once you pass your exam, make sure you celebrate. Tell your family, tell your friend, take them out for dinner, a day trip. Make sure you let Ama know and share your story with Ama. And this kind of lesson learning section is really helpful. So you make sure everyone knows what you did for your study and make a appreciation with it.
Thank you so much, Sam, for such an exhaustive summary or lesson learned of the exam. So 3 questions I have. First, tell me, how many questions you had regarding Agile, or can you tell us like what are the areas where we should focus during studies?
So most of the questions are scenario based. most of them are agile or hybrid projects. So scenario will be involved either pure agile or hybrid. So it's not much waterfall scenario.
Mhm.
There are only few. So I probably recommend people focus on agile practice processes, and also it's lots of scenario based questions. So you had kind of that's why I said it's important to do your practice exam questions and the mock-up questions, because those scenarios, if you have never experienced before, you won't have a clue. So
Mhm.
you want to build your knowledge in terms of scenario, because I got a bit of experience. I know sometimes it just happen that you got conflict, you want to hold the individual meetings and stuff. But for some people, especially when you first graduated out and you don't have much experience, make sure you do the mock-up exam questions, because you got answers with you. You will kind of understand the scenario, what to do.
So, did you see any similarity between the mock exams you did and the real exam in terms of difficulty, language, or scenario,
Yeah,
something like that?
so the language is exactly the same language in your mock-up exam and the practice exams.
Okay.
For me, I find the real exam questions are simpler. It's easier than your mock-up exam questions. During your scenario-based description on your mock-up exam question, there are normally 3 to 4 sentences.
Yeah.
In my exam, lots of them only two to three sentences, not much.
Okay.
And there's no calculation question for me,
Okay.
which is sad because I want to do some calculation questions.
Yeah.
But I got about 4 to 5 drag and drop questions, which you got 4 or 5 items on the left hand side, 4 or 5 left on the right hand side. You drag and drop. I think maybe that's why I don't have exam question, the calculation question, because you're gonna spend lots of time on these ones as well. Yeah. So for me, I feel after doing all your practice question, the exam mock-up exam question, I find it's pretty easier for me during the exam. So once you done your practice exam questions, you get as a I'm suggesting, if you got 70%, book your first exam straight away. Don't be hassle, because I'm full-time working and I have to family look after. Actually, study time for me is less than 3 months, because some weeks I spend about 10, 12 hours per week. Some week I don't study at all. So some kind of theory-based questions or those theories or some definitions, it will be very easy to forget after 2 3 months. So make sure you take your exam straight away after your follow your guide of practice. Don't leave it too long.
All right. Wonderful. So, I think you have answered all the questions. So, from participants, if you guys have any question, you can ask to Sam regarding how to prepare for PMP exam. Anyone, please? Any question?
Hi, Amar. Hello, Sam.
Hi, Smita. Nice to
Hi,
see you again.
congratulations.
Thank
Uh,
you.
and thank you so much. As Amar said, it was so exhaustive. The briefing that you gave us, Amar has been telling us what to study, how to study, keep it
Right.
consistent. But the
Yep.
only thing is that particular 230 minutes is the crucial one. What you do before and how you celebrate later. That particular bridge is very important. And thank you for helping us understand how the process is. So I don't have a question because you have explained it so well. I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you, Smita. Appreciate that. So say thank you to Amar. So all the hard work is done by him. So what I didn't do any extra study. Everything just follow his advice and the guide.
Mhm.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. Any other
Hi,
question?
hi, hi, Sam. Thank you
Hi,
really
everyone.
for your feedback was really good and really congrats. It looks like you did really well.
Thank you.
Are there things you feel like you should have done differently, or you would have done exactly the same thing?
Well, if I got time, I would take my exam earlier rather than wait for 3 months. Because for me, the some weeks really busy at work and family, I can't do it. When I do the mock-up exam, there are certain area, for example, team charter, what that mean, and some other definition I kind of forgot. So I just had to take a guess during the
Okay.
mock-up exam and then come back to check it again. If anything you don't understand, make sure you search on the internet straight away. Sometimes they ask what people do in the planning poker. Well, so which kind of stage should I use that methodology? So go back and check and make sure you just understand it. So don't spend too much time try to memorize the formulas. For me, I don't have any calculation question. From the feedback from the peer is the exam people, they are talking about maybe you only have maximum 1 or 2 calculation questions. So don't spend too much time on that.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
No problem.
All right. Any other question, anyone, please? I think no question. Sam, thank you so much. Really happy for your success and wish you best of luck for your future endeavors. We'll be in touch. And once again, congratulations. Enjoy your success. And this video, this recording would be really, really helpful for anyone who would be listening to it. That would be a great contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Have a good 2024.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone. All right. Bye.
Thank you. Keep in touch.
Bye.